What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're talking about a team that needs quite a bit of help, and that is the Brooklyn Nets. Right now, it doesn't really seem like they have a direction going for them. They're trying to build around Mikal Bridges or whatever. They don't have their draft picks at all from the James Harden trade. It's just kind of a disaster right now if you're a Brooklyn Nets fan. So my challenge today is I'm going to try to establish a direction for the Brooklyn Nets. We're going to do what's best for the franchise, in my personal opinion, of course, because I'll be the one making the moves and all that. So let's go ahead, jump in. Let's talk about what the Nets should do and how they can get out of this funk that they currently are in. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. So, of course, let's take a look at this Brooklyn Nets roster. So, Mikal Bridges is the guy they're trying to establish as the guy, but it's just not going to work. Mikal is a great person and all, great player, but I just don't, I think anyone could really easily see that he would not be a number one option on a championship team. It just doesn't make any sense. Probably not even a number two either. Number three would probably be your best bet. Flaxen's a solid player. He is a free agent, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with him. Cameron Johnson then re-signed. Cam Thomas. You got people begging the Nets to build around him, which is a bad idea. You don't want to build around a one-dimensional player. That doesn't make a ton of sense. They did trade for Dennis Schroeder. They have Ben Simmons still. So, they have some pieces, but more, the problem is they don't have their draft picks. That's really what sucks for them, is not having their draft picks due to what Durant, Harden, and, Kyrie did to their franchise. Got him in the second round. That was about it. After that, it was just a disaster. So we're going to still wait the rest of the season because obviously we can't do anything right now. But they're 21 and I believe 34 now. I think they lost to the Raptors as well yesterday. So 21 and 34. So I guess we can go ahead and do that. So I'm pretty sure they lost. So let's go ahead and give the Raptors the win there. And I'm going to go ahead some of the rest of the season, get in the off season, and establish a direction for this team because we need one very, very badly. Today's video is brought to you by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is a player props app that's available on mobile or desktop. The way PrizePicks works is you choose between 2 to 6 players, 2 players being 3 times your entry, all the way up to 6 players being 25 times your entry. It's simply you against the numbers. They have all kinds of sports outside of just basketball. They got esports, MMA. They got like some slap sport on here as well. There's just so much variety here on PrizePicks. So, for example, if you think Paul Reed's going over 8.5 points, click more on the projection. If you think Donovan Mitchell or Jalen Johnson is going over 15.5 points, click more on the projection as well. If you want to sign for PrizePicks, use code Crushables. They match your first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. And the way I use PrizePicks is DGF's optimizer and correlation tool. What the optimizer does, it basically compares discrepancies across multiple sports books and gives you good plays right in front of you with one click of a button while clicking the refresh button. For example, not a ton of discrepancy on the board. You can look at some of these esports plays and see that, Holly Phoenix, you got Hot Streak listing at 6.5. But for like Chet Holmgren, now there's not a discrepancy here, but it does show you the juice on the under at -135. Every book is favoring the under, and then you got here's the discrepancy with DeJounte Murray. You have one book listing at 28.5 with juice on the over, and you're getting at 26.5 on PrizePicks. So if you want to check out the optimizer or even the correlation tool, which I absolutely love as well, there's no good examples on the board at the moment. There is a beta where it builds slips for you from the optimizer. But other than that, if you guys want to check out any of the tools, all links are down in the description below. 25% off your first month using code Crushables on DGF tools, and then 100% deposit match up to $100 on PrizePicks using code Crushables. Let's get back to the rebuild. All right, so skip past the awards because we already know who wins every single time. It's pretty much the same. But here you're in the season stats: 22, 20, 14, 12, 11, and then Ben Simmons with 9. All right, so many playoffs. So, of course, our draft pick's going to be super valuable, and it's going to the Houston Rockets. So we got the Pelicans, Phoenix Suns, Cavaliers, Pelicans, and the Pelicans going to win the championship. All right. CJ McCollum, Finals MVP. That would be pretty interesting if that were to happen. But draft lottery time. Let's see where our pick is ending up and what we're missing out on. It's projected to be pick 6. It is going to fall to 8. So I guess we missed out on the 8th overall pick. Could have been worse. So we'll take it. Grizzlies get 1. That'll be huge for them. That's the last rebuild we did. That would have been awesome if we could have got 1. Although we still got the player I would have wanted. Head coach Jack Vaughn, of course, was fired. Kevin Ollie took over. Barber. Once again, though, when it comes to... Wow, this whole coaching staff is gone. There's really no one here. When it comes to coaches, the good head coaches are in next year's offseason. So I don't know if it'll let me give Kevin Ollie a 1-year deal, but I'm definitely down to do it and give him another chance as the interim, I guess. Like, because this next year, if I have it my way, is going to be a tank year anyway. You might be wondering how you're going to do that when you don't have your draft picks. Well, I might do. I'm going to try to cook up an idea. I don't know if it's going to work. It probably won't, just based off my thought process right now. But I got to fill out this whole coaching staff, so I'm going to do that first, and I'll see you guys with my idea on trying to reset this team back where it belongs. So here was my genius idea. If I'm the Brooklyn Nets, I'm going to go talk to the Rockets, and I'm just going to go get my draft picks back, man. There's no better thing to do right now than I believe to own your future draft picks at this point, especially in 2025. If that means I have to move Mikal to do so, I would absolutely do it. But the problem is, I thought the Rockets could just take Mikal in. They cannot at the moment, which really sucks because I was kind of hoping that'd be the case. We can maybe still talk to them after the draft if need be, but this is my game plan, basically. I could take Brooks off of them. They want a 2025 unprotected Phoenix pick, which honestly could be valuable to have, but considering... okay, so yeah, I don't hate this, because we get all of our future draft picks back. We do have to trade... We have to trade Drake Whitehead, though. That would really suck, I'm not going to lie. I might come back to this. We're going to come back to this after the draft to see if they can just take him on. Maybe there's some other contracts we can throw in here other than Brooks. So they're definitely considering it. Obviously, we're not going to be able to get our pick back in this draft. I don't think the Rockets would do that. But if we get to get our future draft picks back, that is where I want to be playing. So Finney Smith is also someone who I think could be moved for 2 firsts. You have a swap with the Clippers. If the 76ers are willing to give you that, I think you absolutely jump on that. But let's keep looking just in case. But yeah, if I can trade Finney Smith for a first-round pick, I definitely think you do it. So here's the trade that I'm being offered, a first and a second. I think we do this. I don't know if the 76ers would be okay with giving up that Clippers pick, but they're going to try to get someone, I imagine. So Finney Smith could make sense, although I also think for them it would make sense to have Mikal Bridges instead. So I do think Philadelphia, if they did miss out on like Mikal, it would make sense for them to trade a first, but not like the Clippers first. I think that one's a little too valuable. So let's say it's this 22 and 9 for Finney Smith. I'd be more than okay with that. We have to trade a second to give him another second. That's totally fine. So we got a first round pick for Finney Smith. That's what I wanted to accomplish. And we got another draft pick. So we get to establish another young player here. So I'm very happy with that. Daron Sharp, I'm not moving. Clowney, I don't think there's anyone else here I'm going to move. Cameron Johnson is someone I definitely could move as well. 20 years old, sniper, of course, from 3. If I can get 2 firsts for him, that's basically where I'd be leaning. So the Lakers want to give me a 2025 first and Gabe Vincent. I don't hate it because we doubled down on 2025 draft picks. I said I wanted 2 firsts, but getting 1 first from the Lakers doesn't sound too shabby because sometimes they're bad. So I don't hate it, although Cameron Johnson would probably make them better. But yeah, this is the direction I wanted to establish. We'll come back to this, though. I'm not going to rush it really quickly. Let's just wait. So, oh, I didn't mean to skip past the draft. I just got 2 draft picks. Whatever. So we got Isaiah and Aaron Bradshaw. Fine. I'll take them. My bad. I didn't mean to skip the draft. Keita Bates-Diop is back. Qualifying offers. Keon Johnson, Jalen Wilson. Sure. All right. Let's go back. Let's see if the Rockets are willing to do this now. I'm really hoping they're able to work out a deal with us because I really would love to reset this. So let's go to Houston once again. Hopefully they have some other draft picks. Wait, do I have to go past? No, we're back where we need to be. So hopefully they have some other contracts that we can do this trade with because I really want to get my draft picks back. So let's go to the Rockets. Once again, we're asking for our draft picks back. So that's going to be a swap. And then this one as well. So, and then you have Landale's contract. Okay, you only need $10 more million in here. Whitmore, Ahmed Thompson, Jabari Smith Jr., Dylan Brooks, Jalen Green. So yeah. The only other contract they can throw in here is Steven Adams, which he's injured at the moment. If I were to fix his injury, and I know they just traded for Steven Adams, but maybe we could work out a deal. Well, maybe we could work out a deal. So I'm going to try to make this happen with Steven Adams in the trade just because, obviously, he's the last contract I could see being in here. So let me see if we can make something happen with Adams not being injured. All right, so we got Steven Adams in here now. So even if I can't get the 2028 first rounder, if I can just get the next 2, that's basically what I want to be able to get. That's basically where I'm at. So let's see if we can get the 3, though. So we're going to offer this. They want Aaron Bradshaw. They want the Philadelphia first. That's actually not too shabby. So we get all of our picks back. It does suck to trade away Aaron Bradshaw, but at the same magnitude, doesn't really matter. Because we have Claxton, we have Daron Sharp, so we have 2 established big men. We get another second in here. We get Steven Adams, Jacques Landale's contract. If I could get away with not trading, like, I don't know, if I could trade like Keita Bates-Diop, probably not gonna happen though. Let's offer this again. I'll do it. So Aaron Bradshaw, Philadelphia 2027 first sucks, but you know what? We're getting all of our picks back, and that's truly what I wanted to accomplish. So Mikal, I apologize, but I wanted to get all my draft picks back and reset this bad boy. So now Steven Adams is a piece we can move as well. Ben Simmons is a contract that eventually maybe we can move for somebody, I don't know, or take on bad salary and get first round picks. But yeah, this team is going to be not very good. Cameron Johnson still wants somebody I do want to move as well. But Mikal, Dorian Finney-Smith are out of here. And the main thing is, of course, if you're Brooklyn, you cannot afford to let Claxton walk for nothing. Even if you don't plan on keeping him long term, losing him for nothing would be a disaster. So we are going to re-sign him. No doubt in my mind there. So we're re-signing Claxton. And then we have Keon Johnson, free agent. Right now, this would be our rotation. So it's Simmons, Schroeder, Cameron Thomas, Dariq Whitehead, Cameron Johnson, Keita Bates-Job, and then Claxton, Steven Adams, Daron Sharp, Jock Landale. So many big men. So yeah, I'm going to move Clowney to the 4. Let's do that. So he's 6'10". We're going to move him to power forward for now. But then we need a wing. Although what we could do is just move Cameron Johnson to the 3. And then we could have something like this. It's going to be pretty ugly next year, but I don't care. We got all of our draft picks back. I want to be as bad as possible anyway. Is there anybody else I want to sign here? Not really. I'm cool with just running it. So Ryan Dunn is here. I don't know what happened to him, but he's a 75 overall, 21 years old. Sure, I'll take a chance on him. Why not? We have a ability to do so. We'll do it. We'll give Ryan Dunn a just kidding, goes to Toronto. Okay, we're not getting him. All right, shooting guard. Try this again. THT, we can give like an offer to. So we'll do something like this again, where it's just a 1-year team option type deal. We have the ability to decline it if we feel the need to. So we get THT. So that's our offseason. Nothing spectacular, but we got a direction established. This team is about to suck really badly, which is what exactly I wanted. If we stop at the deadline to move Ben Simmons, Cameron Johnson, of course, I will show you that. But this year is all about tanking for Cooper Flag. Capture the flag, baby. That's where I'm at. So even if we can't get him, maybe we can get somebody else in the draft. But we got our draft picks back. Exactly what we need. We got Phoenix's pick as well. I'm very, very ecstatic about this. So hopefully this works out. We get lucky in the lottery, and then we've established a new direction for this team. So that's what I would do if I was Brooklyn. I would absolutely try to get my picks back because I don't really know how else you make this work. Go to Houston, ask if they want Mikal. You know, Houston seems interested in winning anyway. So yeah, I would do that. Schroeder, Cameron Thomas, Cameron Johnson, Isaiah Claxton, Simmons, Steven Adams, Sharp, THT. It really doesn't matter what the rotation is this year. One thing I can also do is like move, or no, Dariq Whitehead's already at the 3. So I guess what we could do with Dariq Whitehead is move him to the G League and also do the same thing with Clowney. That way they get some maybe development in the G League and are ready to play next year. All right, I'll see you guys at the end of year 2. This is going to be a very bad year, of course. If I do stop at the deadline, dude, we better not be good. We win our first 3 games, but we better start losing. So, but if I stop at the deadline, I'll show you. Don't plan on it, or I might. I don't know. We'll see. But right now, I don't like what I'm seeing. We are not. If we're a playing team, I'm about to be pissed. Cameron Thomas is doing too much. That's what it is. Dude, we're about to be a playing team, aren't we? This is exactly what I didn't want. Oh, gosh. Bro, Cameron Thomas. We got to see what Cameron Thomas is doing right now. He's got to be averaging like 30. Yeah, he's averaging 30. Cameron Thomas. I need you to quit, man. I might have to bench him. We're going to have to fake an injury because I want to tank. This year has to be a tank. Cameron Thomas, you're hurt. I'm sorry. You're hurt, bro. We cannot be this good. So season number 2 does not go as I would have wanted, to be completely honest with you. Actually really disappointed with how it went. We were a lot better than I wanted us to be, but we did tank at the end of the year. I made sure we tanked a little bit because I wanted to be... I made Cameron Thomas out for the season. Like, that's kind of what I've done, but I'm going to fix it now. But yeah, you know, teams do it all the time, as you can see. I wanted to tank so badly, but I want to keep him long term. But he was just averaging too many points, and he's probably pissed at me for doing that to him, but whatever. So let's simulate the playoffs, and let's see what we're about to be, or where our lottery pick's going to be, because we were able to get in the lottery. It was a little annoying there because we were a playing team. Even without Cameron Thomas, it's like, bro, what is this team doing? Retirements, LeBron James is going to retire, a Laker. Let's go to the lottery. So we're projected pick number 5 and 6. Okay. We have 2 chances at getting the top 5. That's actually beautiful. So absolutely love to see that. So we did a pretty good job tanking at the end of the year. Can we get lucky in one of these draft picks and go up? That's really what we want to see. So Atlanta, number 14. I think we watch this bad boy. We got 2 chances to get into the top 4. So Grizzlies, Spurs, as long as no one jumps up, we should be, oh my gosh, whatever. The Spurs already jumped up. We get number 7 and 4. Okay, I'll take number 4. That's not terrible. Number 4 is not bad. 7 and 4. So we get to add 2 lottery players to this team, which is nice. Obviously did not turn into Cooper Flag, but that's okay. Mark Dagnall, Frank Vogel, Billy Donovan, Jenkins, Will Hardy, Kevin Ollie. Kevin Ollie did an okay job. I'm not going to lie. I actually might just keep him. I mean, this team was good until I stumped him. So let's go ahead and bring him back. Let's go to the draft night and let's draft these 2 guys. And now we can try to win a little bit. I'm not going to do what I did last year. All right, so let's see what we can get. Number 1, unfortunately, you're going to miss out on Cooper Flag. Goes to the Spurs. Number 2, Damian Sarr. Number 3, Dylan Harper would have been beautiful, but we don't get him. So I think Ace Bailey is the next best player, if I'm not mistaken. He's got Hall of Fame ceiling, so I definitely think I'll go ahead and take him. And you got Newley, you got Noah, and then last but certainly not least, you have Trey Johnson, Dirk, BJ Edgecombe, Hugo Gonzalez. To pretend I know any of these guys would be a lie. I don't. But BJ Edgecombe has All-NBA ceiling and a floor as a starter. I guess I'll take that. So Baylor, 6'6" wing, and we might have had a later pick. We do at 20. I'll go Nikola here. So we get a bunch of wings in this draft so far, which is where the league is going anyway, so I'm not mad at it. I'll let the assistant GM take over they want here. I don't even care. We get an 80 overall at number 4, so not too bad. I'll definitely take that. 76 at 7, so I'll take that as well. And at number 20, we got a 74, so not too shabby. We're going to sign all these guys. I'll even sign Jaden Williams. Player retire or team options. I think I'm going to decline THT. And then qualifying offers. Cameron Thomas, definitely want to bring him back. Jalen Wilson, and Keon Johnson, not too concerned about. Sharp and Cameron Thomas, absolutely want to bring them back. All right, free agency. Cameron Thomas just averaged 30 off the bench or he started last year and averaged 30. Simmons, I'm not bringing back. And Daron Sharp, I'm bringing back. So I am going to re-sign Cameron Thomas, like I already said. Let's give him a nice little contract. Daron Sharp, wouldn't mind bringing him back as well as the backup big. So if we can sign both those guys and establish that out of the gate, that'd be great. And then we should have some money left over to sign maybe another potential player. So no point guard at the moment. We have Cameron Thomas, VJ Edgecombe. We have Cameron Johnson. He's being moved here. I'm going to move him as quick as I possibly can. Clowney, Isaiah, and then Claxton and Daron Sharp. So right now, Cameron Johnson needs to be moved. That's what we're going to do to start things off. So point guards that can sign free agents. You have Evan Mobley, you have Barnes, Jamal Murray, Jalen Green, Drew Holiday, Jalen Suggs, Russell Westbrook, Emmanuel Quickly, Trey Murphy, Fultz, Brogdon. So there's no point guard I'm like, looking at here and thinking they're going to change things for us. Shooting guard, Cameron Thomas. Cameron Johnson's being moved, like I said. Power forward, not really comfortable with who's at the 4. But let's move Cameron Johnson. Let's move him. It's time. It's time to move him. So I'm thinking about doing this with the Atlanta Hawks as we get a point guard that we can technically have start right away. Young player, 21 years old. Might become something for us as well. And I don't get him all that often either. We do have to trade Isaiah in this scenario, but I don't hate it. We get Bogdan out of it as well, which I don't really care too much about. But getting Kobe Buffkin is why I'm doing this trade, of course. If I can keep Isaiah out of the trade, that'd be great. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'm going to try to accomplish that. Probably not going to be able to. I don't know who else I would really move in this trade anyway if I were going to do this, unless they want Jock Landale. Unless we could just do a couple of seconds, but they probably going to want Isaiah in this trade. Yeah, let's just go back to the original trade. So we do have to trade Isaiah, which sucks, but if I can get a point guard to, build around and be excited about going forward, I think Kobe Buffkin definitely does that for us. So Kobe Buffkin is going to be our new starting point guard. So Kobe Buffkin, Cameron Thomas, Bogdan is, I guess, going to be here. Not really someone I really care for, but, be here long term. Probably going to move him as quick as I possibly can, but he's here nonetheless. Power forwards, we can sign a free agency just in case. We could give Kuminga a contract if the Warriors don't want to pay him, but I just feel like he's going back to Golden State. Aldama, Jabari Walker, Chua, Isaac Watford. I'm gonna be patient with this power forward spot. I don't feel the need to rush for a power forward. I don't think that makes a lot of sense to do right now. So I'm cool with just waiting it out. Cameron Thomas 83, Derek White up to a 76, Kobe Buffkin up, and then Clowney is up, which is great as well. So let's get into next season. I'm excited. I think this team could be decent. I mean, we were very good last year with Cameron Thomas leading the way, so I wasn't intending to build around Cameron Thomas, but it's looking like that might be how it is. At least this next season, he's going to have all the ability to score as much as he wants. So yeah, he's going to be the guy more than likely, and this may end up being a play-in team. It was very close last year, as we know. So let's get straight into this next season. Proficiency, is a 3-star balance, and here is rotation. So Kobe Buffkin, Cameron Thomas, Ace Bailey, Clowney, Claxton, Sharp, Bogdan, Derek Whitehead, and VJ Edgecombe. Yeah, I guess that's fine. So we'll leave this the way it is. Excited about this season. We'll see how it goes, and I'll see you guys maybe at the deadline, or maybe not. We'll just see how the season goes. Told you guys I want to get Bogdan out of here as soon as possible. We're getting at least a younger Grant Williams. So we're going to go ahead and send him over to Charlotte, and then we'll get Grant Williams back in return. So Grant Williams will fit our rotation a little bit better anyway. But yeah, here's how it's going right now. Not very good team, of course, as we know. 13-37, wanted to move Bogdan. We accomplished that. Let's continue to simulate. We'll be a lottery team once again, which isn't the worst thing in the world. We are continuing to establish the direction of, building this young team up together, and this is the right way to go about it. So we're gonna have some cash space, I believe, in free agency as well, so we could look to turn things around fairly quickly if we truly wanted to. So of course this season did not go very well, but I'm curious to see what the player stats looked like at the very least. Kobe Buffkin averaging 17 at that point guard spot is really nice to see. Clowney with 11 from Dameron Sharp, VJ Edgecombe with 10, 10 for Derek Whitehead, 8 from Ace Bailey, or 8 from Ace Bailey, and then 7 and 7 and 2 blocks from, or 7 and 9, I should say. Some of the playoffs though, let's enter the lottery once again and see if we can get, number 1 overall or something, and add another good player to this team. So Charlotte makes it all the way to the finals with LaMelo Ball, and they are going to win the championship. So Evan Mobley joined LaMelo Ball in Charlotte. That'd be pretty disgusting. Let's go to the lottery though, and let's see where our pick's going to end up. So once again, Brooklyn or Rockets via Brooklyn. I thought I got this pick back, but maybe I didn't. Maybe did I choke something? I guess I choked something. I thought I got all my picks back. Wow, we don't get number 4. That's pretty unfortunate. I must have missed 2026. Did I must have missed it. I don't know. I thought I traded for it back. I guess not. Wow, that really sucks. I guess I missed trade for that pick back. It is what it is. What can I do about it now? Let's go straight to draft night. So that sucks really badly. Thought I got it back. As far as who I'm gonna miss out on, Cameron Boozer, Harrington's in here. Bro, I'm so mad. Like, what? I swore I got all my picks back. Guess I didn't. Did I get my second round pick back? Is that what I did? No, because that's a Rocket second. No idea what I did wrong. No clue. Not sure. That sucks. What can you do? Let's go to rookie signing. Let's see what the Rockets got with our pick. They got Koa Pete. Love it. Good for them. Shout out to the Rockets. That's annoying. All right. Player options. We got Derek White. If I would have known that, I would have tried a little bit harder in last year's offseason. That's unfortunate. Not worried about these two again. All right. Free agency. This is where we strike. So Kuminga's here again. If the Warriors didn't give him a contract, if that's a problem they're having right now, I mean, we definitely need a power forward, and Kuminga would fit that bill. Joe Holmgren's here as well. Paulo Banchero. I mean, we have money. We got to move. If we can move Grant Williams, we have money to offer a contract. So we're going to do that. So Grant Williams and Jaden Williams. Let's move these guys and dump them if possible. Grayson Allen and a first. I'm not looking for a first. The Jazz want to take them. I mean, 2 first-round picks, especially a 2027 protected Minnesota pick. Just take them. Just take them. Just take them. All right, so we got that freed up. So now we have the money to, we could re-sign Mikal Bridges, what I'm not going to do. J-Dub is here. Tari Easton is here. Kuminga's here. Jeremy Sohan is here. So there is some power forward options. There's some point guard options as well if we wanted to go for a point guard. But I'm definitely looking at the power forward spot. So we're not bringing Durant back, of course. Paulo Banchero would be amazing. Jabari Smith Jr. would be cool as well. Keegan Murray, J-Dub, Tari Easton. So yeah, any of these options would be fantastic because we definitely need a power forward to kind of establish things. So we're just going to go ahead and offer some restricted free agents some contracts. So I can't even give Paulo as much money as I would want, but whatever. We're going to go to Keegan Murray now. I don't get Keegan Murray ever or try to. So let's offer Keegan Murray a contract. Let's offer J-Dub a contract as well. I assume the Thunder would match this, but, we can try. So let's see. So Paulo Banchero, Magic. So J-Dub did not get matched, which is interesting. We might come back to that. He didn't get matched, so we could sign him. What did he do last year? He averaged 18 points per game, 43% shooting from 3. If we move him to small forward, he goes up like crazy. Ace Bailey is 6'9". If we move him to power forward, he does go down. I think I'm gonna try to leave Ace Bailey at the 3. So I'm not going to go for J-Dub. Keegan Murray, 14 points. Do we need a star? Or, I mean, if we look at the stats, I feel like we could entrust in like Keegan Murray to be the, just a helpful piece. You know what? I'm going to offer Keegan Murray a massive contract. And if the Nets don't want, or the Kings don't want to match it, I am cool with that. So we got Keegan Murray, lock him up, which is great. And now we can sign whoever else we want. So I think we need a point guard more than anything, but we got our power forward, which is nice. So Bruce Brown, Kieran Payne, Blake Wesley's here, Killian Hayes. Give me Blake Wesley as a cheap backup point guard option. We're going to establish Buffkin as the starter going forward. And now I'm going to player progression, and hopefully Keegan Murray makes us better next year. So that's kind of where we're at with how this is going to go. So player progression, Claxton is up, Ace Bailey is up, which is exactly what we want to see. Everyone's progressing. Kobe Buffkin did not move at all, so maybe there is a move for a point guard in the future. Definitely could see that happening for us, but it is nice to see the development of this roster. I don't know if we're a championship team this year, but if we could be a play-in team, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. So here's your rotation. Buffkin, Thomas, Ace Bailey, Keegan Murray, Claxton, Derek Whitehead, Sharp, Edgecombe, Clowney. So yeah, if this team could just be a playoff team, that'd be awesome. Play-in team, I'd take that as well. What is Ace Bailey's shot tendency? Because I feel like we need him to develop like crazy in order for this to happen. He is a 45 shot tendency. I don't know if this man doesn't score a lot, but in order for us to be good, I think he has to start scoring a lot more. So I'm going to push him up. I don't know if this is going to mess with him or not. I'm going to mess with Keegan Murray's shot tendency as well. We'll see how it goes. Somewhere this season. Hopefully this year goes well for us. So Luka wins MVP, Boozer Rookie of the Year, Paulo wins Sixth Man, coming off the bench, very weird. Wembanyama Defensive Player, Collier Most Improved, and Giannis Clutch Player, Mark is your Coach of the Year. Who is Paulo coming off the bench for? Let's figure that out first and foremost, because that makes that's a little weird. Scotty Barnes. Okay, they signed Scotty Barnes. Very interesting. All right, well, we ended up being the 3rd seed, guys. We were pretty good this year, which is nice. I have a feeling that moving Ace Bailey shot tendency helped out quite a bit. Keegan Murray. And then even Kobe Buffkin did his thing with 17, 15. So, yeah, this team is starting to establish themselves. I don't know if we're going to come out here and, win in round 1. We might even lose in round 1 to Boston. That's definitely possible. They have Porzingis, Jalen Brown, Tatum still. So, this is still a very good roster. But, here goes nothing. Somebody current round. And we're going to be in an even series. 3-2 lead for them. But it's nice that we even got this far. So, that means that the team is developing exactly how we want. And we could be excited about the future. So let's see if we can find a way, though, to beat the Celtics. That'd be really awesome if we could and force a game 7. But it's not looking like it's going to happen. But again, I'm very excited with how it went. We are not going to need the draft class necessarily, but I'm going to load it anyway. But we just need a good offseason, and we could be a contender next year. We really could. With how much this team is developing, I think it's there. So let's see if we can be that. So let's see who wins the championship. It is going to be the Mavericks. So Luka Doncic, Finals MVP. Suns, Kevin Durant retires. Lottery time. Not going to matter for us, I don't believe, unless we have a pick from someone else, which we do. We have number 6. Okay. We're going to get another good young player. Although, I almost wouldn't mind making a move for a win now piece, honestly. At this point, I think we're ready to go establish that. So let's go see if that's out there for us. So I'm looking to upgrade my point guard position. I like what Kobe Buffkin has been able to do for us, but I still would not mind an upgrade there, of course. So we're going to look exactly where I feel like would be best for us. So here's a couple options I'm looking at. So point guard or just a guard in general. Halliburton would have been awesome. But first and foremost, first option is Devin Booker. If we want to just accelerate this bad boy, although it looks like he might be a free agent potentially. Let's see if that is the case. No, he's not. He actually has 1 year left in his deal. But that would make us an immediate contender if we did something like this. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but let's see. Because we have a lot of... I mean, we'd have to move Cameron Thomas in this deal to make it happen. Okay, we might be able to get Devin Booker. We might be able to just go ahead and go for it. So Devin Booker would be the superstar we need. We can give Suns their pick back as well, which would be fairly interesting for them. Give this Rockets pick up. Devin Booker is not someone I get all that often. So we give the Suns their pick back as well. And then I even throw Blake Wesley in here. So we do move Cameron Thomas, but if we're giving Devin Booker and we're just going for it next year, I think this is worth it. And we're getting Devin Booker. So Devin Booker, welcome to Brooklyn, my friend. So now VJ Edgecombe becomes the starter at the 2 guard. Devin Booker, Suns have Kevin Durant retire. I think it made sense to go ahead and accelerate that. So Devin Booker should help us establish ourselves as a contender going into the season. So I'm actually really ecstatic about that. I meant to go to player options, but they're all accepted, which is great. Drake Whitehead, Kobe Buffkin, Clowney, all guys I want back. And then free agency, Wembanyama's a free agent, shooting guard. So we, of course, just need to re-sign our own, and we should be solid. So Drake Whitehead, Clowney. I mean, if we got Devin Booker, we might as well re-sign everybody and be as good as possible next year. So we're going to re-sign all those guys. And then VJ Edgecombe as a starting 2 guard. We'll see how that goes. But shooting guards, Cameron Johnson is available if we wanted to go get him again. Colby Jones, 25 years old, or D'Anthony Melton, or even Max Christie or Jordan Poole. So really can't go wrong with either. I'm going to go with Colby Jones, I guess, to be our backup 2. And we are going to try and win a championship next year. So Devin Booker was the move that we had made. And of course, he's only on a 1-year deal, so we got to make sure we convince him to stay. But I'm assuming player progression is, yeah, Ace Bailey 88, 87, 85, 83. So yeah, this is looking very, very, very beautiful. So love the addition of Devin Booker. Hopefully this team can go win a championship. I don't know if Booker strikes me as the guy as a #1 option on a championship team, although they got to the finals with them and, you know, won 2 games in the finals. So maybe it's possible, but we have some help around him. I like this roster construction we have around him. So hopefully it ends up working out. VJ Edgecombe, Bailey, Keegan Murray, Claxton, Derek Wyatt, Sharp, Nicola, and Noah Clowney. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully this ends up in a championship this year. Power Land is 10th overall. Let's see how it goes. So Kevin Ollie wins Coach of the Year as we go 64-18. Exactly what we wanted to happen has happened. Does Devin Booker make an All-NBA team? He sure does. 28 points per game. Did exactly what we, you know, traded for. So now it's time to see if we can go all the way to the finals and win this bad boy. We do have the Pistons in front of us. Very, very solid team. When we take a look at the end of the season stats around D-Book, here are your player stats. You had 28 from Devin Booker, 21 from Bailey, 17 for Keegan Murray, 16, and then 15. Somebody current round against Detroit. And if we lose in round 1, I'm out of here. And we beat them in 7. I was about to say, I'm about to be upset. All right, we got the Raptors. Davion Mitchell, Dirk, Isaiah, Jeremy Sohan, Miles Turner, Trey Mann, Bones Highland. So the best player in this team is Dirk. I don't know anything about him. He's averaging 23. Looks like Dennis Schroeder with his hair. Somebody current round against them. 2-1, 2-2. Please don't go down 3-2. All right, game 7. In Brooklyn, please win this one. And we're going to the conference finals. I didn't think it'd be this hard to get out of the East, but it's so far proving to be that hard. So we are going to win. We got that done, and now we get Chicago. Chicago, Kobe White, Below Coulibaly, Lonzo. It's a solid team. It's a solid team, don't get me wrong, but I think it's a team we should beat. Somebody current round, and 2K agrees with me. We make it to the finals, and we get to play the team who stole our draft pick. So here goes nothing to win it all. Game 1, 1-0. Game 2, 2-0. They're done for. They're done for. 3-0. And just like that, we win a championship. That is what I'm talking about. Ace Bailey, Finals MVP. That is what the Nets should do. Mic drop as I end the video. Thank you guys for watching. One of my favorite videos I've done in a while. It was a lot of fun. This is Crushables. I'll see y'all in the next one. I am saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.